Now, let me shock you with this revelation. There is something about the Volta Region. Now, on the MPP, a lot of people actually don't know and they don't really talk about it. Now, so we are community setting. If you don't take your time to embrace another to welcome the news, actually, we feel the Jama Volta region is actually for the NDC. But sunlight is not so. The Honorable Kusibafo, Abomazan Wachech and Semnemu. Now, it will even shock some agency. Or from Africa, with my from a Kus, Kabamazana Shavido, not Obisonus and Kabin, Nevia, Chawagan, or comment section.
Maybe I hope. Sir, we owe the people of Volta Region tons of apology.
Yeah.
Yes. And some people of Volta Region, they also own MPP. Tons of apology.
Mm-hmm.
Why? When you say me free MPP, I say in 1992, me call Volta Region, baby, that encoyer campaign. Apart from now. Because you see, the perception is a Bentoma. But that Dabala Junction, Tarashin, and Dabala Town, many of them could see I am. None ya mekanye, and in them say, yea, my bonnet. Now, my bonnet, and some people from paying for some baby. Ye nim, sir, say no woman. Never so better, yes, I bonnet. So, because yes, you and share them free. Obisa or Makasanche. So, the MPP Volta Region problem, a problem I will hold that. Now, after the Transvolta Togoland 1956, the Kotoa Bamivi, because opposition plan, now Modesto Apollo can. So in 1957, Omoti UP, Volta Region, the only regional other at the same political parties we do back on us. It's a year there. But the problem no yet after the elections, Transvolta Togoland elections, and subsequent events. Ebine Kotokawu. What I see? Ebine Kotokawu. Kotokawu, Then in April 1967, Moses Yabua, Oseopoku, and Atta, the Kokum Kotuka. 3 accounts. The Kum Kotuka. So people started, I can form the shed. I can form the shed. Now started the problem, no? Bye. So, if who come back or someone, the death of Kotuka, won't win him. Now, another back could be a buy and say, the first beauty contest of Ghana Hammer. Now, Volta Region, who's the Kang and Bay Betchy, region be a very bonachi. Volta Region, Mamma, not number 9, no bonachi. Number 9.
Anything a month from number 9.
I never saw a number 9.
Okay.
Into my monocoya,
Achakoyas.
My monocoya, now after the number 9, about derogatory. Number 9-4. Number 9-4. Number 9-4. So, we understand Nipa
there was a Miss Ghana course would be the kind.
Near only, of your Volta Region. The number near number 9. Some the Ghana corner in Casse. Competitors, no.
Be a number.
But the pin.
Na boom.
Abonachi. A Volta Region no use number 9.
Then I will call the Shannon or tag about.
So, a Sunday at Agonas and by. Then the Kutuka incident, Then going forward, and the Buzia, any 2 seats in 1969 elections. 2 seats in Abuzia and Yakran, Oti region.
Honor could be.
So, then people like Buzia, people like Jekun Kofuan, they should have gone there. Say, Mumpo, minimum. I am a shoddy one.
But some projects be bring na Osha Volta Region project be bring Omonya. If MPP for that.
Volta Region Volta Region and your projects more from MPP than Jerry John Rawlings 18-year region. Yes. But you know, so now I say Bibi Woho. And the first time Volta para MPP nya city na mewudia. Volta. Because Buzia 69 AUT. So a man nano Gideon about people in Volta Region and say,
we didn't import. We imported this. We imported that. CD depreciation is a ritual problem. I agree with you. It's not because of one particular government. Unless one is suffering from unconscious incompetence or displaying intellectual dishonesty, that will say that CD depreciation is MPP government. It's an issue that has nationalistic, or that needs nationalistic attention. That one I agree. But it's not. So far, we keep on being in importer-driven economy. We'll be having problems with the city because we import almost everything. But inshallah, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, next year if he comes, we're going to design a long-term framework to deal with the city. Trust me.
The depreciating city.
Ernest, please help me understand what was said.
Why am I the one to help you understand? The point
I've already said that I have a difficulty, but I need to understand.
Sammy will tell you the cobwebs in your mind. He is confused.
I have more than cobwebs now.
The point he's trying to make.
Yes.
I think I made a similar statement here 3 weeks ago or so on this very table. I think 3 weeks or so ago. The CD is having challenges. And it's not now. It's not now. I was trying to pull some data. When His Excellency John Ajekum Kufuor was handing over power to His Excellency John Evans Atta Mills, it was a fact that we had the CD hovering very close to 1 CD. It was 1 CD something, 1 point something, very close. I think 1.2 or something like that. By the time 2016 had elapsed and they were leaving office, people are giving varying numbers, but it's not wrong, because in Ghana we have a rate for the forex, we have a rate for the banks. So people are saying it's between 4 and 4.6, could be somebody could be quoting some forex or something. But the Bank of Ghana rate at that time, I think, was 4.2 thereabout. If that is the case, you took it from 1 point something to 4 point plus. And the last time I mentioned it, I used the percentage, and you weren't happy with the percentage terms, but that is how financial ratios are calculated. Is that not so? Yeah. So you took it and did something very close to 400%. Somebody takes it from there. But the actions that this government decided to put in place to check these things. One, Stika mentioned you are wearing imported clothes, I'm wearing imported clothes. What it means is that our balance of trade may be having challenges because we are spending more to import, especially things that we could have locally produced and used. We might have acquired tastes of things that instead of eating my local rice that was grown in Tamale or something, I am buying these people, the Chinese and all those rice from all over the world. So our CD will be under challenge. Somebody was giving some statistics about sugar and all that. Those things happening. It's going to affect us. It's the truth. If His Excellency John Mahama, if he should get the opportunity to even come again, and actions are not taken to address the things that keep making the CD drop, he will take it from 14 point something or whatever. I believe he's going to come down before the year ends. But if he should just come, you take it from there and also multiply by 4. Because the things that are making the CD fall are not just by math or some economists coming to stand on radio and TV and say anything. We have to take action, take steps. Number 2, if you look at the dollar worldwide, dollar is beating everybody. Unless anybody has any other data to give to me, the dollar is pushing every currency off for some other reasons. All I am trying to say is Sticker says, when we come. But His Excellency Bawumia had made statements as to how we will work on these things. You have power issues. We are importing so much fuel to support our power sector because we are relying more on thermal than hydro. We don't have enough hydro. So he said, I am going to bring 2,000 megawatts of solar power. The sticker says next year, when he comes, he's going to do something about it. If he substitutes the thermal power we are generating and using today with solar power, how much of the money we are using to import fuel today will be saved?
What happened to all the prescriptions in restoring the value of the city? What happened to all those prescriptions? Because in the restoring the value of the city, I didn't see solar something.
No,
I didn't see. No, I'm just asking.
You are taking me to a different conversation.
No.
The man is becoming president.
No, you don't get me. President. The Deputy Minister of Finance, today, Deputy Minister of Finance, is telling us that this is why we are where we are. The same thing that we were told 8 years and beyond. And we were told of the prescriptions and the competencies that are required to deal with this. 8 years on, we are being told that it's a ritual, I've forgotten some of the adjectives.
Okay. Randy, 2019, it's online, everybody can Google. We took it at 4.2, 4 point something. By 2019, CD to dollar was still hovering around 5.3, 5.4, thereabouts. By 2019, it's online, so we can Google and confirm the actuals. The first three going into the 2020 COVID challenges, we had just moved by just single one and some coins.
When did we set up the 38-member committee to investigate the forex problems?
I don't have the dates.
2019.
That's what I'm saying. So you realize that by the time 2019 was ending, we had just added very little to the existing dollar in Ghana here. The free fall, I think, started in 2021, thereabouts. I think late 2020 into 2021, we started having challenges with the dollar. So something would have happened. And everybody who understands some form of economics will tell you. In fact, I was on, I think, GTV or so, something, and I said this thing, that after every pandemic, after every war, like we had the world wars, after those big challenges that cover the world, it's always followed with a recession. It's always followed with a recession. So everybody who understood what was coming knew that after 2020, we are likely to go into a global recession. So when we say COVID affected the Ghana activities on the dollar, on all our economy and all that, it's a fact.
So all countries in the world, all currencies in the world are going through what the city is going through.
Not all, but a lot of the currencies, all our
in fact, let's take ourselves to Africa.
What's happening to Nigeria now? Nigeria had to take certain drastic steps before, but Nigeria's situation was worse than ours.
So how come we are the third worst performing? Third worst.
So the issue I raised the last time comes to
you are 50-something countries. How come you are the third worst performing?
Randy, maybe Samuel will take me on this, but there are certain steps we needed to take. Government is taking them. You see, there was a time, let me take you back. There was a time I was on a committee, one of the World Bank committees, working on something for me. On that committee, one white man asked me a similar question. It was then His Excellency John Evans Atamils who was president. And we had something like a single-digit inflation. But the interest rate was just going. We were hitting, I think, 30-something. But we were still touting ourselves that we are in a single-digit inflation or something. The inflation was low. And interest rate was rising. And the man asked me, he doesn't understand. because these things should move with each other. If the interest rate, if the inflation rate is coming down,
there should be a correlation.
There should be a correlation. They shouldn't be inversely proportional to each other. They should be moving in line. If they are going, they will go. If they are coming, they will come. And he took it lightly, made a statement, and we all laughed it off and left. But that was a Ghanaian situation, so a localized challenge that everybody knows all over the world that if the interest rate, if the inflation rate is dropping, we should see interest. So one day I met a banker and asked him, this is what somebody asked me. I couldn't explain. And he said, my brother, we are borrowing on the market just like anybody. Because that time, the Bank of Ghana did not have the money. It's supposed to be the lender of last resort. And they don't have the money.
They could have just printed like was done 2 years ago.
And that is why why did you have that level of interest rate? You know why? So somebody.
Many people want to support us. Na bina wakadama mesede. Na one check it down. Obo thanks bi wo. Obo mehu all certain amount bi apeditia. Ebo hu euros, ebo hu pounds. Maybe fe bia no so as slow or as high bia. Ni wia. Ba mazena cost buy and send ho no. Buy and send is me atwane kakra. A twene kakra ma so process ni nyina na so wia. Ebo wonder obo bring up a drop down menu be able to choose the payment method they pay choose. Na wia ni nyina na wa iska. Thank you for supporting us.